Shalom, welcome to Napash and GMS London, giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakah Padash, the bonds of the elders, the apostles of GMS, and honor that there's the brethren on the highways and byways teaching his truth in all sincerity. Okay, and another article, good, good news, okay, concerning, World War III. Okay, here we got, the trade war that's going on between America and China currently. Okay, but other news on top of that right now is obviously the expulsion of the Russian diplomats from Europe and from America, Canada, and these places. They're jumping on that bandwagon to demonize Russia for that poisoning that's happened here in the UK. But all these things, they're progressive steps towards World War III and the fulfillment of the scriptures concerning World War III, man. We see, America imposing these tariffs on China. America's imposed tariffs on, it's like for the whole world really. Okay, with the steel and aluminium. Okay, everyone's paying a hefty price for them increasing tariffs, man. Okay, but direct shots are being sent at China, and China's retaliating with their own tariffs, man. Okay, that's gonna supposedly impact America, which it will to some degree. But from what I heard, America have released like a second round of tariffs on China. Okay, so we expect to hear something again from China in retaliation, man. Okay, here we got here in this article, it says that China hits back with tariffs on US imports worth $3 billion. Okay. Now, just something I wanted to quickly touch on before I get onto the main point of this news, right? Is that why does it matter so much that America put these tariffs in place, man? And why does it affect the whole world? Okay, and to bring you to the book of Revelations to get your attention, right? Because if let's say South America imposed tariffs, okay, do you think the world is going to really care? Is it going to make that much of an impact? Because as soon as America did it, the whole UK was complaining about it. Everywhere is complaining about it because it's going to heavily affect them and their money. Okay, now America is that pinnacle place where everyone makes their money. Okay, that's why it's important. That's why they're all fretting over it, because it's going to affect them in a big way. Because America buys a lot of shit. Okay, and if you're not going to sell, if you find it harder to sell because it costs more, to buy and sell to trade with America, then you're not going to make as much money, man. Okay, because you're not going to produce as much, or you have production but you can't get rid of it. You have to find another buyer because it's costing you too much money. Okay, so it's a big thing when America does these kind of things. In the same way, if America's economy collapsed, the whole world's economy would collapse. Okay, because a lot of money and a lot of deals is made with America. Okay, and which, like I said, you go into the book of Revelations, it talks about this merchant city. Okay, I'm gonna jump straight to the 15th verse, but if you read through it, this is why this Babylon the great merchant city is America, man. Okay, you say you can read through it. Okay, but I just want to jump to verse 15, right? So the merchants of these things were made rich by America. China's got their money from America, man. Sending their what do they call that, man? Their I'm gonna just call it, man, their fake shit. Okay, obviously you got the certain text that they sell over here, man. But they do a lot of replica stuff, okay, and they sell that shit, all across the places, man, but mainly America, man. So they make a lot of money from America. Okay, all these places do. Okay, that's why when America gets destroyed, when Babylon gets destroyed, all these merchants, man, they're gonna cry. Okay, it says the merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. Okay, this is insane. That's that great city which is in America, that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. Okay, every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off. Okay, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? As far as trade is concerned, none of them. America is that prime merchant city, man, that everyone sells their goods to, man, because they lavish in the wealth of the world, man, and they consume a hell amount. Okay, that's why it's clothed in fine linen and scarlet and pearls, because they consume everything, man. Okay, and that's why it's an opportunity to make money from them. Okay, so America is that merchant city, man. Like you see, these things are proving themselves in the scriptures, man, and you're seeing that here in the news and the effects that America has in the world, man, when they do certain things. Okay, so that was just a quick side note on you disbelievers out there that America is Babylon and that great merchant city. Okay, but all this is bringing itself to World War III, man, because there's a lot of relation between countries going through trade wars or tariffs or embargoes and things like that before war. Before the missiles actually start shooting for the World War, man, for war. Okay, which is going to be this World War III that we're all heading into, man. Like I said, on top of the other news about the Russian diplomats and all that kind of situation, the sanctions and all this kind of stuff, this is all building up tension, for this World War III. Okay, and I just wanted to get some information on trade wars and leading to real war. Okay, but this one's from The Conversation. Okay, I'm not gonna go too deep in this article. I'm just gonna bring out a couple of points out of it. It says trade wars are good because Donald Trump also stated that trade wars are good. That's what he said. All right, that's what he said. Okay, he says past conflicts tell a very different story. All right, and here gives a few examples. Right. So President Donald Trump renewed fears of a global trade war after he vowed to slap steep tariffs on foreign aluminium and steel. The tariffs haven't been formally proposed, yet other countries are already threatening countermeasures. The European Union, for example, promised to impose. So, like I said, it's affecting all these other nations, or it will affect all these other nations, man. And they can't deal with the loss, so they're making countermeasures, man. All right. So the European Union, for example, promised to impose tariffs on iconic American products like Harley Davidson's, Kentucky Bourbon, and blue jeans, while China and Australia and Canada all promised a response. Okay, brushing all that aside, the president tweeted that trade wars are good. All right, why is it good? Because America make a lot of money from war, man. Okay, war is a racket, man. That's the saying. Okay, so them going to war isn't a bad thing for them because they're in the hell of debt. Okay, and going to war is it has always been used as an answer for such things. All right. This is what Donald Trump says. When a country, USA, is losing many billions of dollars on trade with virtually every country it does business with, trade wars are good and easy to win. Example, when we are down 100 billion with a certain country and they get cute, don't trade anymore. We win big. It's easy. Okay. So, but what exactly is a trade war and what are its consequences? So as a historian of trade, I thought it would be worth recalling some illuminating examples, each of which led to disastrous results. Okay, one of them mentioned here is France and Italy went to war in 1871. Oh, no, 86. Okay, yeah, I'll just read it. Soon after Italy's unification in 1871, the young nation turned to protectionism to foster its infant industries, whereupon it terminated its trade agreement with France in 1886. Okay, Italy raised tariffs as high as 60% to protect its industries from French competition. The French government responded by refusing to negotiate and instead threatened the Italians with punitive tariffs if Italy did not lower its own. So tariff retaliation followed by tariff, back and forth basically, tit for tat. This is what's happening with China and America right now. So tariff retaliation followed tariff retaliation. In France, this resulted in the passage of the higher protectionist Malines tariff in 1892, which famously signaled the death knell of the country's flirtation with free trade. So both nations felt the cost of the trade war, but the damage extended more widely. So another unintended result was that it pushed Italy closer to Germany and Austria-Hungary in years leading up to the First World War. Okay. Here the GOP takes on the Canadians. Okay, there's issue there. I'm gonna post the link in the description box. You can now read it for yourself. But basically, you know, a lot of times when war is ensued, or even most of the time, okay, it's because of money. Okay, and protecting one's own interests. Okay, which is what's happening between these two nations. Okay, so you know these nations are going to band together. Okay, those that are being affected. So I made another video before about the relationship between America and their allies. The relationship being stretched. Okay, because we know at some point in the scriptures it tells you that the allies of America, they're basically going to turn their back on America and are going to fight and attack America, destroy America with their missiles. Okay, now like I said, that's that one side, but the other side with Russia and their allies. Okay, Trump is doing all these things right now that's affecting Russia, affecting China, all their allies, Iran, all these guys. Okay, eventually they're gonna band together and they're gonna prepare war for them. Okay, they're already preparing war in the background. That's why Putin's developing these new weaponaries. Okay, to beat America if it comes down to it. Okay, so they're all banding together and basically planning and going to war with America at some point, man. And that's why they were preparing for this. Okay, and here Russia Insider, right, from this site, says sanctions are almost always a prelude to war. Okay. It says last Wednesday, US President Donald Trump signed new sanctions into law against Russia, Iran, and North Korea, like I mentioned. Okay, and then fucking with Russia is gonna fuck up that whole thing with North Korea, because the Chinese are not gonna be very they're not gonna play ball with America, man, because they're supposed to be some intermediary between the two. Okay, China's not gonna want to play a game with them. Okay, so that will break down. Okay, that will break down if shit continues the way it is. But regardless, man, all these nations, they're gonna come and roll up against America just because America's oppressing everybody. That's what it boils down to, right? So the legislation was supported so overwhelmingly in Congress that President Trump's ability to veto the legislation was rendered completely ineffective. All right, and you got a quote here from the famous Ron Paul. It says sanctions do not work. They are precursors to war and usually lead to war. Okay, and that's truth. Okay, that's truth. Okay. But again, I'll post this up. You can read this. I'll actually, I'm gonna take a bit at this. I'll read from here. It says, but these are just sanctions, not acts of war, right? There's nothing wrong with economically bullying other countries into submission over non-compliance with the current global order, right? Okay, this is what America does. Okay, it's not quite. So sanctions are always a prelude to war, though few are aware. The Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941 was arguably in response to America's attempt to cripple Japan's booming economy through embargoes and asset freezes, ending Japan's commercial relationship with the United States and provoking the desperation that led to their attack. I mean, which was all set up, man, but the point is, America still made it happen, okay, and through that. Okay, they gave them a supposed MO for that. Okay. In August 1990, the US began a sanctions regime against Saddam Hussein in Iraq in 1991. The United States invaded Iraq and completely decimated its armed forces, also directly targeting its civilian infrastructure. Following this devastation, the US extended and expanded these economic sanctions on Iraq as further punishment. The UN estimated that these sanctions led to the deaths of 1.7 million Iraqi civilians, including between 500,000 and 600,000 children. Okay, America don't give a damn with the repercussions, man. They don't give a shit. Okay, all this, posing, to be defender of the free world and all this kind of bullshit. Nah, they don't really care about that, man. Okay, it's all about money, man, and their own invested interests. Okay, and that's why they do these things, man. They set up a scenario where they can go to war, destroy a place, take their resources. Okay, that's been going on through history, man. That's just tactical, man. Okay, but like I said, this is all good signs for us, the men in this truth, man. Like we say, we draw closer to World War III, man. Okay, so that's I'll post these links in the description box. You can read them at your own leisure. Well, I'm going to get to the scriptures now. Okay, starting with Joel chapter 3, from verse 9. Right, it says here, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Okay, these heathen nations, right? Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say, I am strong. Okay, everybody's focus is gone away from them old days of just farming and fishing and that kind of stuff, man. They want to put money into the military. Okay, because they want to defend themselves against greater threats, i.e. America. Okay, and they want to put themselves in a position where they can't be bullied by the likes of America. Okay, I mean, I was just watching on the Sky News just now. Donald Trump done his Easter fucking speech, and he's even mentioning about the military in that, man. Talking about this number, it's like 7 billion or something into the military. What's that got to do with anything, man? And he's about Easter, but he's thrown in about the military anyway. This is where your money's going, into the military. But there's people are starving, man. But that's what they care about. They just care about that military, man. And these other nations are in that like mindset because America spends more than everybody combined. That has a military. All these nations, man. America spends more than them combined. Why is it they having to do that, or why they continue to do that? When these other little nations are not really on that level, but they're still because it's that bullying force, man. It's that bullying force. Okay, and America needs that bullying force, that presence in the world, man. But these other little nations, they don't want to be under that oppressive rulership anymore. Okay, actually, I'm gonna get this now. This is Isaiah 14 and 6. I'm gonna get this now. I'll go back. Isaiah chapter 14 verse 6, right? It says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. Okay, America is a big ass fucking bully in the world, taking what the fuck it wants, from these weaker nations, because they, like I said, they can't. They'll put sanctions on Russia and China and that, but they're never going to just roll up there. Okay, they're going to pay some skullduggery. They ain't just going to roll up to Russia and China and take their shit like they've done, to these other places like Iraq and Vietnam and all these kind of places that they've attacked. Syria, because America, Russia and China are just too big just to roll in there, man. That is going to be a big war. That's not just going to be a place you're going to conquer, destroy, because they ain't got no military, so to speak, no air force and all that kind of stuff. But you ain't going to do that to Russia and China, okay? Because they got a military, man. They got nukes. Okay, so North Korea's got in their own mindset is, hey, we got nukes. America won't fuck with us, man. But, you know, they put sanctions and shit, hurt the people. Because that's what it's really hurting, the people. Okay, it ain't hurting no government. Okay, but yeah, he said he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger. Okay, is persecuted and none hindereth. Okay. But going back in Joel. Okay, verse 10 says, beat your plowshares and into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither calls thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Okay, so they're all being gathered together for this war, man. Okay, and like I said, a large portion of the war, the main portion of the war is going to be fought there in the Middle East, man. The Valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay, the Valley of the Lord's judgment. Okay, that's where the most of the fighting is going to be taking place. Okay, so all these things are happening, like this is like the road to World War III. All these events, different events happening, okay, is going to lead to this World War. Okay, just like there was a road to World War I and II. Okay, it didn't just happen overnight. There was a sequence of events that happened, man. And certain people, you know, things are going back and forth, man. Okay, which led to this being done. Okay, which then ignited officially the start of World War I and II. It's the same thing. Okay, and this is all playing exactly how the scripture prophesies it. Okay, it's going exactly to plan, man. Okay. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither calls thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Okay, so that's what's happening, man. And like I said, you know, that's why I say it's good news, man. You know, you're gonna have people bug up. Why would you want World War III to happen? You know, that kind of statement just shows you or proves that you're not really about the kingdom of heaven. Okay, you want this system to continue, man. So you want to preserve it. So you don't want it to go under a World War III where everyone could be destroyed by nuclear weapons. You don't want that. Okay, but we do, man. We want the beginning of the Lord's kingdom, man. Okay, for the Lord's kingdom to be established, this one has to end. Okay, and how this one ends, according to the scriptures, is by thermonuclear fire. Okay, America is going to be destroyed by them ICBMs and them nukes, man, and missiles. Okay, and the Lord is going to come and establish His kingdom. Okay, that's why it's good. Okay, it's Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 13. It says here, for I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Bozrah, which represents the so-called white man, which represents Esau, okay, for I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Bozrah shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste, okay, which is really speaking about America, okay, because America is the one that's going to receive that destruction, okay. It says, I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together, and come against her, and ride up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised among men. Okay, all these actions that America is doing is making people despise them, man. Okay, so like I said, this is just all playing into the hands of the Lord. This is how the Lord set it up to be. Okay. This is yeah, that's the point. Okay, so like I said, we see all these things, man. Oh, actually, I'll move some more. It's it says says verse 16 says, thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart. O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. Also Edom shall be a desolation, everyone that goeth by it, okay, talking about America again, everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord. No man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. Okay, so like I said, America is going to be completely destroyed. Okay, it's going to be completely destroyed. Okay, one more scripture, and I'll close out. Zechariah. Alright, this is Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 8. It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations." Okay, the Lord's determination is to gather these nations, right, for this war. "That I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy." Okay, so like I said, these articles that we've seen, man, that's all heading towards World War, man. This is all back and forth right now. It's just that right now it's back and forth, but eventually, okay, this is going to turn into that World War III that the scriptures prophesy about. Okay, and we're going to see, how terrible the day of the Lord is going to be, man. Okay, so, with that, Akim, I'm going to say shalom, and I'll catch you on the next video. Shalom.